Welcome back to the Love Navigator, where we help guide you through the tumultuous waters of relationships. Today's topic of discussion is one that can be difficult to navigate, but it's important to address. 12 phrases that narcissists may hate to hear in relationships. Narcissistic behavior can be destructive and harmful in any relationship. It's important to recognize the signs of narcissism and know how to respond when you encounter it. These 12 phrases can be powerful tools for standing up to narcissistic behavior and setting healthy boundaries. Let's dive in. Phrase number 1. I won't tolerate being treated this way. This phrase is a powerful statement that puts the responsibility back on the narcissist for their hurtful actions. You deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and it's important to let the narcissist know that their behavior is not acceptable. You may feel frustrated, angry, or hurt by their actions. But it's important to stand up for yourself and set boundaries. Don't let them make you feel like you don't have a say in how you're treated. You have the power to speak up and demand respect. Phrase number 2. Your behavior is hurtful and unacceptable. This can be a difficult phrase to say, but it's important to express your feelings when you're being mistreated by a narcissist. Their behavior may have left you feeling hurt, frustrated, or disrespected. And it's important to let them know that it's not okay. Don't let them convince you that their behavior is normal or justified. You have the right to feel safe and respected in your relationships. Speaking up may feel uncomfortable, but it's a necessary step in standing up for yourself and setting healthy boundaries. Remember, you deserve to be treated with love and kindness, and you have the power to demand it. Phrase number 3. I deserve to be treated with respect. This phrase is a reminder to yourself that you are worthy of love, kindness, and respect. Narcissists may try to tear down your self-esteem and make you feel like you don't deserve better, but that's simply not true. You have the right to set boundaries and demand respect in all of your relationships. Saying this phrase can be empowering and affirming, especially if you've been made to feel small or unworthy by a narcissist's behavior. Phrase number 4. You need to take responsibility for your actions. When a narcissist behaves in hurtful or toxic ways, they often try to shift the blame onto others. It's important to hold them accountable for their actions and remind them that they are responsible for the harm they've caused. Saying this phrase can be a way to assert your boundaries and push back against their gaslighting or deflection. You may feel angry or frustrated by their behavior, but it's important to stay strong and stand up for yourself. Remember that you deserve to be treated with honesty and integrity. And you have the right to expect that from those around you. Phrase number 5. I won't let you manipulate me anymore. It can be incredibly frustrating and hurtful to be on the receiving end of a narcissist's manipulation. They may use guilt, fear, or other tactics to control and dominate you. But it's important to recognize when this is happening and put a stop to it. Saying this phrase can be a way to reclaim your power and assert your boundaries. You may feel angry or hurt by their behavior. But it's important to stay strong and not let them manipulate you any longer. Remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and honesty. And you have the right to protect yourself from manipulation. Phrase number 6. I am not your possession or object. Narcissists may try to control and possess their partners, treating them more like objects than human beings with their own thoughts and feelings. It's important to assert your autonomy and remind the narcissist that you are your own person. Saying this phrase can be a way to assert your independence and push back against their controlling behavior. You may feel frustrated or suffocated by their possessiveness. But it's important to stand up for yourself and let them know that you are not to be owned or controlled. Remember that you have the right to make your own choices and live your life on your own terms. Phrase number 7. Your actions have consequences. Narcissists in a relationship may feel like they can get away with anything. But it's important to let them know that their behavior has real-world consequences. Whether it's hurting someone's feelings, damaging a relationship, or causing other harm, their actions have ripple effects that can't be ignored. Saying this phrase can be a way to hold them accountable and remind them that they can't just do whatever they want without facing the repercussions. You may feel frustrated or hurt by their behavior, but it's important to stand firm and let them know that their actions will not go unnoticed or unpunished. Phrase number 8. I am not going to argue with you anymore. Narcissists may try to draw you into arguments and debates, but it's important to recognize when it's not worth engaging. Arguing with a narcissist can be exhausting, futile, and even dangerous, as they may resort to gaslighting, manipulation, or other tactics to win the argument. Saying this phrase can be a way to disengage from arguments and preserve your emotional energy. You may feel drained or overwhelmed by their behavior, but it's important to remember that you don't owe them a response or a justification. Sometimes the best way to deal with a narcissist is to simply disengage and focus on your own well-being. Phrase number 9. I am not interested in playing games. Dealing with a narcissist can often feel like a game, with twists and turns and hidden motives at every turn. But it's important to recognize when they're playing mind games or trying to manipulate you and refuse to engage. Saying this phrase can be a way to set boundaries and assert your independence. You may feel frustrated or angry by their behavior, but it's important to stay strong and not let them drag you into their games. Remember that you deserve to be treated with honesty and respect, and you have the right to protect yourself from manipulation. Phrase number 10. I need space and time to think about this. Narcissists may try to pressure their partners into making decisions quickly without giving them time to think things through. But it's important to take the time you need to make the best decision for yourself without being swayed by their influence. Saying this phrase can be a way to assert your autonomy and independence and to make it clear that you won't be rushed into anything. You may feel overwhelmed or confused by the situation, but it's important to remember that you have the right to take as much time as you need to make the best decision for yourself. Phrase number 11. I am not going to put up with your lies. Dealing with a narcissist can often feel like walking on eggshells. You're never sure what's true and what's not. But it's important to call them out on their lies and refuse to accept them. Saying this phrase can be a way to hold them accountable and assert your boundaries. You may feel angry or hurt by their dishonesty, but it's important to stay strong and not let them manipulate you with their words. Remember that you deserve honesty and respect, and you have the right to call out their lies when you see them. Phrase number 12. I am worthy of love and happiness. Narcissists may try to make their partners feel small and unworthy, but it's important to know that you are deserving of love and happiness. Saying this phrase can be a way to remind yourself of your inherent worth and value, and to resist the narcissist's attempts to tear you down. You may feel overwhelmed or discouraged by their behavior, but it's important to hold on to the belief that you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. Remember that you are strong and resilient and that you have the power to create a life full of love and joy. Remember, you are worthy of love and happiness. Don't let anyone make you feel less than what you truly are. Recognize the signs of narcissism in your relationships, and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Use these phrases as a tool to empower yourself and take control of your own happiness. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Love Navigator for more helpful tips and insights on relationships. Remember, you are not alone on this journey.